Ready?
Yeah.
You look ready.
What is going on, everybody? I hope you're ready. We are ready. It is Sunday night. That means it's time for At Week's End, the spoiler-filled look back at this week's comic spoilers, news, and reviews. And there's some decent stuff to talk about. We're going to hang out for a little bit, just wind down, and then enjoy looking back on this week. Let's go. Joined by the one and only Sector 2815 and from the Purple Pod, aka Burt Nasty, aka Burt Fam, aka K-State Nation, aka Video Something Channel where you can watch waterfalls. This is a jack of all trades, Steven with the sleeves, but we call him Burke.
Hey guys.
You are a man of many talents now that I think about it.
I do. I have a lot of talents, but I don't ever feel like I'm that good at any single one of them. I can do a lot, but I'm not great at any of them.
I forgot about that waterfall video that you put out, just test running the algorithm a couple years back when you put out that waterfall compilation video to see what YouTube would do.
It's still up there. It's still up.
That's why the rest of that sentence is jack of all trades, master of none.
Well, I felt like it was a master for a while, but then not so much anymore. So it is what it is, man.
The K-State Nation channel is doing good things, though.
Yeah, but football season's over, so no one really watches it right now, which is fine. We've kind of taken a break.
There's not off-season stuff that gets talked about or planned about or
there is, but when it's not in season, not that many people care anymore. So
that's fair.
Aren't you reporting on all the people that are in the portal?
Yeah, we've done that. We've done that too, but not as many. Like I said, no one watches it, so we don't really watch it. So,
and then you got the draft coming up, in April, I think, right?
Yeah. Does Finn know what that is?
Yes, he loves this thing. It's his favorite thing from Stranger Things.
Oh, I did so good then.
Yeah. Kyle always draws on the kids' napkins. She's always done it with Finn. And what's unintentionally happening is she's becoming a decent artist.
Nice.
She drew this little mind flayer.
Oh, snap. Did she like the finale?
Artist.
Kyle's never really watched Stranger Things. She doesn't do scary stuff.
That's a Monster High pet.
This is from Monster High. It looks like a fish that love you long time. I don't know if I approve. But look at that. Look at the detail in the eyes. Look at the little eyeball.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Love it.
That?
She's got similar artist talents as me.
I saw that. I see that. Oh,
like,
so it's been
not amazing.
Yeah, it's been a pretty solid week. Before we kind of move forward through stuff, I want to take a pause to look back at something because we did do at year's end stream, but since then I noticed that there's been an update to Burke's list because he managed to get a few more movies in recently.
I did. I watched 2 big movies yesterday.
Yeah, and you put out a new top 5 for the year. You get some feedback on a couple of things. First off, how awesome was that Mission Impossible movie?
Dude, it was so good. It was so good. It was a lot different than I thought it'd be. I did not anticipate the entity to be the villain for another whole movie. Like I thought they would kind of wrap that up at the beginning and then go into a different villain. But no, it was the villain the entire time. And honestly, it was fine. It was actually better than the previous edition, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think in terms of the entity being the villain, they were able to scale it up because it got to the point where I mentioned it when it first came out. This is the first time we really saw Ethan being forced to come in on his own accord because things were that dire, having to, you didn't feel like he was ahead of the bad guy for the first time. He was racing to catch up the entire movie. It was pretty cool. Some of those shots that were wild, like the submarine sequence and the biplane sequence.
Dude, that movie, like I said, it's so impossible. Like at some points I have to just laugh because it's so impossible. And
it's right in the title.
Yeah, it's in the
title.
I
know.
If you ever think that a Mission Impossible movie is far-fetched, just go watch Fast and the Furious 8, 9, or 10.
Oh, I know. I agree.
But how good was that the way that they basically brought every single movie into and weave them all together?
They were trying real hard to do that. Like they were almost working too hard, in my opinion.
They got it in there.
Yep.
you get Spider-Man, Superman Treasury Edition? The original.
Yeah, the reprints won't come out till this week.
Mm-hmm.
The original one, and then next month the second one comes out.
The new one, yeah, the
Hey,
new content.
Hey, Jonathan, it was my number 3 movie of the year. I really liked it. Okay. Yeah, a while
I did
ago.
bring it out to the show. I feel like I missed a whole season, I guess.
Literally.
Supergirl was wearing Paul's head. I have to catch up on trades at week's end. Yeah, you do get the trades. That's the point. It's in the title. yeah. It was fun. It was fun. The other one, what was the other one you watched? You said
Tron Ares.
Tron
That was another one. So both movies were not what you expected, apparently, because you said it about Tron as well.
That was another movie I didn't like. It was not at all what I expected. Like
both of those were in my top 3 for the year. It was Tron Ares in order: Avatar, Tron Ares, and Mission Impossible.
Okay, I didn't see Avatar,
Yeah,
but I would have put Tron 7 or 8.
These for me wasn't like a list of what movies do I think were the best movies of the year. It was like my personal funsy level kind of thing.
I feel that.
Yeah. That wasn't a critical rating list. That was a personal entertainment rating list.
So the reason why I was like, it was different than I thought it would be. Like, I thought that like those programs would come very early in the movie to Earth. And that was not what happened at all. It was very late in the movie. Very late in the movie. Well, no, I'm talking about like that big arc thing.
The recognized
ships.
Whatever.
Yeah, the programs were on Earth almost the whole time, but the recognizer didn't pull up. But about halfway through the movie, you had the first jet when Athena got that jet, and Dillinger's like, "Oh my god, that's the coolest thing I designed." His mom just slaps him.
Yeah. And I thought that they were going to be the ones that were coming here, not being brought here. And I thought they'd be trying to take over the Earth from the beginning of the movie, and that was not at all what happened. So
no. It had like a Terminator vibe, like a seek and find kind of mission.
Literally, I felt 100% like it had a Terminator vibe.
Yeah, it was cool. I have not watched F1 yet. I have it on my to-do list. Yeah, I've been bouncing around with this, and I almost bought it today when we were at Walmart. We went by there. What the hell did we pick up? We went by there to get something. I went to go look at projectors because I'm like diehard. I have like a personal goal to get this projector before the end of this month. And I went to look at some, and because like I'm trying to find a place like Best Buy or something that has some physical. I want to see and compare what people keep on a shelf, because when you go online, the number of options are literally limitless. Like you would think there's a limit because logically there has to be, but there's not. There's just not. It's illogical how many there are. So I wanted to see what it looks like in options on a shelf, price range, what their specs look like, and man, I almost got one. I was so ready to almost get one, but I went and checked out the movie section. They had F1, they had it on 4K, but it wasn't a steelbook. And then I paused. I'm like, I bet they make this on a steelbook, and sure shit enough, they do online. So I'm like, I'll just wait, because if I'm going to watch it, I'm probably going to buy it. If I want to buy it, it's going to have to be a steelbook, and it'll look the best. It'll sound the best. I can get the most bang for my buck. Please do. Please do. Now, I do want it. I know some of them say 4K. I know that's not necessarily realistic, but I'm looking for a high number of lumens. That's the kind of thing I'm debating with and trying to figure out an actual answer to. The lumens are apparently what matters the most with these projectors, is how bright they can get. And it's maximum screen size. I'm trying to cross-reference those numbers. Tron and IMAX was insane.
I bet it was. I
will go out on
IMAX
a limb.
3D.
Yeah, I will go out on a limb. Anybody and everybody that saw this movie and thinks that the story was weak, I would go out on a limb and say it's been a while since you've watched Tron Legacy.
Tron Legacy was pretty darn good.
How long ago has it been since you've seen it?
A long time.
That's my point. Anybody that thinks lightly of Tron Ares is because you're not fresh up on Tron Legacy. And there's a big gap between those movies. And people say stuff like, it's not tied to this one, or it's not. It is so freaking tied to those first movies that it completely is just gone over people's head, because they're watching it with the assumption that they don't need that Tron Legacy detail, and you do. You want to know a funny thing? I'll just give you the best example. What are they after the whole time in Tron Ares? What's the permanence code? Do you know what the permanence code is?
Well, it allows the people to stay there forever. the
That's what it
program.
does. But what it is, it's Korra's DNA code from Tron Legacy.
Oh, the girl.
Do you remember when
that's
she gets her
Sam Hunt.
arm? You remember when she gets her arm knocked off in the bar, and then there's that scene when Sam and Kevin and her are on that light train going toward
Yep.
the big finale, and Flynn has to take her disc off, open it up to fix her arm. When you open it up, it reveals the double helix,
Hmm.
and the ISO code is the double helix, which gives you permanence. So that alone, that one massive detail alone, that Flynn in the 80s discovered the ISOs and hid their existence in those floppy disks, and that's what the Kims were looking for, was the permanence code. Like, there's so much stuff like that all throughout the movie, where it's like they just didn't, they didn't dog walk none of that in the movie. They just assumed, I guess, people were gonna, I don't know, they assumed people were gonna watch it.
So I left with a ton of questions, and I think the first question that I have is that, like, so all of these characters, the Ares character and Athena and all of them, they're supposedly in their own game and their own program, right?
No, they're in. So what a
They're
grid
in a
is,
different
like,
grid,
for
right?
example, the computer you're on has its own grid. The computer I'm on has its own grid. Every computer has its own grid. It's your servers. That server farm that you see in these big companies, that's their grid. So that's why, like, when Dillinger was hacking into the income grid, the way that looks inside the computer is his actual programs breaking into their grid. So this movie, what made it different than the previous two, instead of being in an income grid, well, we've only ever been in the income grid in the first movie. The second movie, we were in Kevin Flynn's personal grid underneath his arcade, where he did all of his personal work. That was his private grid that him, Tron, and Clue were building in order to bring to the world, to the public, at a later time. So we went inside the bad guy's grid, his business, that big shady business that Dillinger ran, Dillinger Systems. We were in their personal computer, that where it was red and everything. So there's countless grids out there.
So how do they have the same stuff as Flynn's grid is what I want to know.
Elaborate. Programs are represented by people, like information
like
is
the light cycles and all that stuff. Like it was obviously
like that's just like how would like a bit of information travel down a wire in your computer, is just like, just by sheer imagination of the original creators, they decided to represent it by a beam of, like, a light cycle traveling down a beam of light. The best way to describe it is watch the opening 37 seconds to Tron Legacy, and you'll listen to Jeff Bridges narrate what the grid is. The grid, an information system built on what I imagined it like information, like light cycles traveling down a beam of light, and da 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 da. He it's just a visual representation of what you would see in a computer. It's
gotcha.
Yeah. So things can be similar, things can be different from grid to grid.
He is the admin of Tron. I do agree.
Just seen that. I would dog walk the admin of a Tron and Reddit, because I think Reddit by nature assumes that people are probably wrong often. The reason it took so long for a sequel is that it didn't make a crazy amount of money, and the critical response wasn't great. Yeah, no Tron movie ever did have a strong response at release. Even the first one, it was over everybody's head, because when it released, most people have never even touched a computer when it came out. They knew what a computer was. They see them on TV or this or that, or in a business or something, but nobody had a computer at home. Most people didn't have them at their jobs. No one knew what a bit was. When a character's name was Ram, they're like, that's a weird name. Why is he named after a billy goat? They didn't have no concept for any of these things when that first one came out. What's going on, Kenny B? But yeah, it's wildly awesome. If you watch Legacy and go back and watch Ares, you'll notice so much more. Yeah, I loved it. I can see where a lot of it gets missed, though, easily. But it is streaming on Disney Plus right now. It's the number one streaming movie on the platform.
I did think Evan Peters was good.
Yeah, he crushed it. He was a good bad guy. He was a good Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
Speaking of Lex Luthor, have y'all ever heard the Astra Awards?
Yes.
Fill me in, Paul. I have no clue what it is, but I heard of it this weekend.
Yes, I believe they're some sort of British film awards that has to do. I want to say they're kind of like the Saturn Awards, but they're British, so they're kind of like sci-fi superhero type of a thing
Oh.
because Superman actually just won.
Yeah, one for best action or sci-fi feature, and it won over movies like F1, which is in my mind crazy, and I haven't even seen F1. But I don't know. But yeah, it won best action or sci-fi feature. I don't know.
It said the Astro Awards are presented by I'm totally wrong. Presented by the Hollywood Creative Alliance, our annual award celebrating excellence in film, television, and digital media, recognizing inclusive talent and diverse storytelling.
What does that mean? It's an inclusivity award?
I guess.
Huh. Okay. Well, Superman won one of those.
Yes.
Good. So good for Superman. It's an award.
I thought it was something totally different.
Yeah, I never heard of it. I just saw like it looked like it was done in like a hotel conference room.
I think Philip Seymour Hoffman's son won one.
Must have. Oh man. The other thing about Superman, y'all saw this Supergirl photo that came out this week?
I did. And it was that's phenomenal.
Now that looks like Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow with the dusty western look, the sun shining through, the kind of darker tone to the color palette, the high contrast. That looks good.
It does.
That looks really good. I had to share that back out, throw some praise on it. Like I think it's important to do that. Hopefully
they're pushing it hard too. Did you see in the at least in the back of the Batman issue they had a 6 or 7 page preview, even though it's already been released.
Yeah, they're really pushing it. It was in the top 10 highest selling graphic novels for the month of December. For the month of December, I think all 10 of the top 10. You pulling it up, Steve?
I'm pulling up when their compact comic comes out.
They were either absolutes or they were.
Yeah, the Scott Snyder likes to.
It already came out.
Yeah, Scott Snyder likes to share the same things that I look at. It's that ICV2. It's a great place to see where stuff and things are tracking sales wide. It's from point of sales and stuff. But the top 10 selling graphic novels, number 1 was Absolute Batman Volume 1 still. Like there's multiple volumes of that out now, I believe, like 2 or 3, but Volume 1 is still number 1. Absolute Martian Manhunter is 2, Wonder Woman 3, Green Lantern 4, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. That's not the compact edition. That's the full 1999 edition. So that's the full trade paperback at number 5. Absolute Flash at number 6, Superman number 7, Absolute Batman, the Volume 1, the hardcover at 8. And then you get your first compact edition with Batman the Long Halloween at 9, and then the compact edition of Court of Owls at 10. So Scott Snyder is championing 3 of the top 10. This is not the top 10 DC selling graphic novels. This is the top 10 selling graphic novels. All 10 are DC comics.
Well, and did you see the list for the top 9 selling comics of 2025?
I think I saw more than 9.
Well, it was the top. What was the top 9 that I saw? And it was Scott Snyder writing 3.5 of them.
And a half.
Yeah, because he has a backup story in one of them.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, dude, it's insane. It is absolutely insane how big this DC like renaissance is.
DC
I said it a few
7
times.
out of the 9. DC had 7 out of the 9.
Name them. This is for the last how long? Last year?
All of 2025 in terms of units sold. So Deadpool Batman was number 1, but that's the only Marvel book on it, and it's because it had a DC character on it. And then there was Batman number 1. There was Absolute Batman 15. There was DC KO number 1. Absolute Batman number 5. Absolute Flash number 1. I can't remember the others. I think there was the Batman Deadpool was on there as well, and an Invincible Battle Beast was on there. And then I think one other one I can't remember, but obviously both Absolute Batman's, DC KO 1, and then a backup and Batman Deadpool.
And Batman number 1, I believe, was there too, right?
Yeah, that was the second one.
Right, sorry.
Yeah.
A program having a beard is hilarious to me. They look like the person who designed them originally. They take on the features of their programmer, their original programmer. So the person who programmed Ares looked like Jared Leto. Then Dillinger came in and started updating the software in the opening sequence.
Gotcha.
That's why Bruce Boxleitner played Tron, and he also plays Alan in Tron and Tron Legacy. Yep. Fun little details. Fun little details. You look
know
like
that stuff better than I.
better than any Reddit. What was the word he used for it?
Admin.
Reddit
Admin.
admin.
Any Reddit admin. They just make up shit on Reddit and then ban anybody that disagrees with them.
Okay, so Tron Legacy made 410 million off a
On like a
170 million budget.
Yeah, they cold feeded that. That's in that era of nothing's getting a sequel. You know, you had Prince of Persia, John Carter, which didn't make the money, Lone Ranger, on Ares. They were trying, this was right after they finished up their Pirates trilogy and they were fishing for the next franchise. And they couldn't get any of these things to hit how they wanted it to. So you got to think they went from Pirates, which was like a $1 billion franchise, to not but barely breaking even on a movie like Tron Legacy. Like, no, that didn't do it. Losing a lot of money on John Carter, no, that didn't do it. Making Prince of Persia, not making a lot of money, and listen to everyone complain that Jake Gyllenhaal is white. You know, like we can't do that. So that ain't gonna do it. Lone Ranger, then everyone complaining that Johnny Depp's not an Indian. They literally got Gore Verbinski to come in and direct a few of these that even did Pirates. You know, they did the Tarzan movie. So none of them picked up. So they just went back to Pirates.
I would say, so let's go back to Pirates.
Back to Pirates for 2 more movies. Like if people think this is what they want, let's give them 2 more.
Right,
you know what? Nothing has worked since. So let's go back to Pirates again, which is what they're doing.
Yeah, can confirm Jake Gyllenhaal is Caucasian. Big facts. Big facts. I agree, Mark. I found Reddit to be pretty hostile to people who have committed the crime of reading the material that we're talking about. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, not a fan over there. They are, but yeah, those. I'm highly looking forward to that Supergirl. The poster looks good. The tone and that looked good. Big fan of it. Another thing, a big poster that came out this week that shows absolutely nothing, but takes the hype level to an automatic 10. Can you guess what it is, Paul?
Oh no, I wouldn't even hazard a guess.
Well, you would be right. Godzilla -0.
Oh, I even posted that in the one of the chats.
So it doesn't show anything, but it does show something because right over there by you, above the word 0, you can just see the faintest glow of blue spikes in the clouds, and then down here in the bottom left corner, the faintest glow of blue, like it's his back over there and his tail down there. Mm-hmm. Ooh, so we got Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2 in February, and then we're going to end the year with what could possibly be the movie of the year, with Godzilla -0. If it's anything close to what they did with -1, it has major potential to be the movie of the year. I have no clue what direction they'll go with it. This is like mum's the word when it comes to -0. When it comes to the legendary MonsterVerse, I got the info, I got the intel. With the minus stuff, there's like a lid on it. Everyone's speculating that they're trying to think of practical that they can go with it because it's such a practical way. Like we're going to introduce Godzilla into a practical world, you know, no giant robots or none of that. It's just we're throwing barrels and shooting pistols at this thing. We don't know what to do with it. You know, we're gonna have to sink it and use pressure, underwater pressure to hopefully kill it. It's very old school what they did, but people they're begging for Ghidorah not to be the villain. He's kind of like Joker when it comes to the Godzilla universe. You know, you do him to death. Even in Legendary, we did Ghidorah in part 2. Then we did Ghidorah again by putting his brain inside Mechagodzilla. You know, like so they don't want to see Monster Zero.
What do they do for a title if there's a third one?
Oh, I don't know. We're out of numbers.
Yeah,
we ran out.
You really can't have a -0. That's just mathematically impossible. But
it makes you think that it might be like a frost based creature.
That could be.
But there was the what do you call it? like Hedora or the Smog Monster or something like that. I think like the Smog Monster by a different name wouldn't be a bad idea because the toxic fallout of nuclear stuff. It seems like there you go. That's a good one. Godzilla Footlong. On Tuesday, tickets are only $5, so it works perfectly.
There you go. And
Minus
if
Infinite.
you see it 3 times, you can see it a 4th time for free.
Bring your punch card. Oh man. But yeah, I'm super excited for any information, news, or whatever about that. I was mentioning it before the stream. I was trying to find a poster. We don't have any poster for Monarch season 2, and that's coming fast. That's like the next big show release.
Didn't they also announce a spinoff of that? It's supposed to star Sid Shaw or whatever, right? The younger one.
I don't know, and like I just facepalmed at the idea of them having a prequel series to Monarch, because Monarch is a prequel show, and not just that, it's a dual story prequel show. So we're going back from the current timeline or the current date of the Monsterverse to in between the first and second movie, but at the same time, this TV show tells a story from that year, which is 2015, as well as the 1950s. So it's like 2 stories moving forward with Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell both playing Shaw, a younger and older version. So now you're telling me we're going to do a prequel. I don't unless we're going back to the 1950s Shaw and just staying in the early days.
I thought it was supposed to star Wyatt Russell specifically.
What they should do is just season 3 just shouldn't have like the modern day actors. It's that simple, because the most interesting part of this is like the olden day Monarch stuff. You know, you can really have more room to work with the biggest time jump of stuff. And plus Randa's still alive. John Goodman's character was like pivotal to Monarch, and he dies in the Kong movie. So we actually get to see him alive as a younger man. But I don't know. It seems goofy to have multiple shows running at the same time. To me, it feels like you start milking stuff when you do that, and quality just goes to shit. Like, I'm very biased to the Monsterverse, but I don't want them to ruin it by giving us too much content. That happens every time.
Right.
Anytime a franchise tries to milk the IP, it just goes to shit. Every time. What's another big one for this week? Oh, you mentioned it. It starts this week, right, Paul?
Yes, Starfleet Academy starts on Thursday. I've only read a couple reviews, but so far the reviews have actually been pretty good. So looking forward to it. Fingers crossed.
When does it start?
Thursday.
Oh, yeah. I want something to watch, man. I had nothing to watch. Starfleet Academy sitting at Rotten Tomatoes right now at an 85% with the critics. That's the people that are given X number of episodes to watch ahead of time so that they're ready for media stuff. I don't know how many people watched it or how many episodes they were given or how many episodes it entails.
I got something for you to watch.
What do you got?
Stranger Things documentary should be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta what was it called? The conspiracy that there was a secret episode there.
Episode
the Conformity Gate.
Conformity Gate, episode 9.
Yo, what'd y'all think of that whole thing?
Never believed it.
I mean, it got a lot of clicks. Everyone was talking about it, but yeah, it was complete bullcrap. Everyone knew it. Come on now.
That had to be fabricated just for the clicks. Like
more media buzz.
Oh, but look how everyone's sitting with their hands together, like in the
look at the claw. Look at the
that's how Vecna stood.
Yeah, exactly.
Though there was a lot of things that they did not tie up. Let's be honest.
Like, were you here to talk about the finale?
We talked about it. About it, but there's so many things we could have gotten to that we didn't. Like, like why did he give a radio music player to Holly? Like, why?
I don't
just
know.
Maybe get her to trust him and confuse the audience. I don't know.
There's a lot of it.
What happened to Dustin's girlfriend? She was never mentioned again.
Yeah, Susie.
Yeah,
Pooh. Yeah.
Susie Pooh.
Mm-hmm. I'm assuming that he probably just ignored her when he was going through his emo phase through the whole season.
He forgot the lyrics to Never Ending Story, so he couldn't.
And it was over at that point. Yeah, once you forget the lyrics, there's no going back. That's a wrap. So, Paul, you got your Batmobile handy? Because something massive arrived this week.
Oh, it's in the other room. I forgot to.
Well, I got the box here, so that'll work just as
I have a
good.
Batmobile. I'll go get it.
Go get it.
I'll go
So
get mine
this
too.
is-
Hold on.
All right. This is the week that the McFarlane did the Collectors Club is drawing board is what it's called. It's the McFarlane Toy Store version of like a Kickstarter campaign. They announce a product. It's got tiers to it. You back it where you want. If it gets fully funded, they'll make it and send it and ship it and all that. And I got a full video available for channel members in the Legion tier right now. But man, this thing is nuts. This is by far like the freaking sweetest Batmobile. And so the tiers were pretty cool. If you backed it just in tier 1, you get this box and it just says level 1. And instead of saying Justice League, it says BVS on it. And you get this Batmobile, but without the wings on it, without the cannon, without the miniguns, and with the alternate front turrets, where it's just the slimmed down version from BVS. But if you get the tier 2, you get this one, where you get all the change-outable parts and everything.
Magnets.
Magnets, bro. Like I cannot stress that enough. The magnets.
Look at both you guys. Look at both you guys.
But like that wasn't it. If you back like tier 3, what was the next thing that
Tier 3 was the bet.
So you get an exclusive Batfleck here, which is the one
Nice.
that they did for the Snyder Cut figures, but it has a different head on it and a wired cape and the bat signal there. Flip it around to the back. The bat signal sits up and lights up. Actually lights up. And
How much was that to back that?
it was like $69.99 to back tier 2, where you get the full Batmobile. No, why did it? Dude, it was wildly cheap. I'll pull that up for a second because it legit was wildly cheap. Because wait till you see what all is in here. Because that's so right now you're up to the Batmobile, which is an original mold, plus all these crazy accessories you can swap out, which is not normal, plus this Batman figure with a light up bat signal. And then what's the next tier?
That would be tier 4.
So then you get the Snyder Trinity and the Justice's Gray edition with a battering ring, with the Kryptonite spear, with the Wonder Woman shield and sword. So now we're up to 4 figures, a light up bat signal, the Batmobile, plus all the interchangeable accessories. And then tier 5, you get the actual an actual metal poster, limited to only 1,000 and actually signed by the Todd father.
Fire.
Let me pull this. I want to get that price. I want to see the price. I forgot how much it cost, but it was wildly cheap. Because it was weird, like because I went ahead and just backed the full thing because it was like stupid not to. Paul, do you remember how much the whole was for the whole thing? With like $179 for all of it.
Yeah, I think with shipping and everything, it was like $209 or something like that. I think.
Yeah, it was crazy cheap for all things. Plus Martha screaming action.
Yeah, right. The little button on the back. Why did you say that? Oh, nice.
Yo, Pops has every single one of those they put out. Paul, you know what those are, right?
Yeah.
They did like, God, I think they did like 80 of those. Every Batmobile ever done.
Detective Comics 456.
And it came in the bag with the tall back on the bag. He has them all still in the bag.
I don't remember who gave this to me. It was
Yeah, those
definitely
things are freaking sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty sick.
Yeah, hold it up close to the camera. What issue was that?
Detective 456.
456. Dude, that's wicked. I love the background to it as well.
Yeah, it's 3D actually. Like you can't see it, but it does move.
Like it's what are those called?
Lenticular.
Lenticular.
Yeah, it's that's literally what it is. It's lenticular.
Yes, even the bat boats, even the Adam West bat boat. Like they did so many of those.
Let's take it out of this thing.
Worst Batmobile since the glowing blue Batman and Robin Batmobile. but a pretty freaking cool toy. So the Batman and Robin Batmobile it glowed red and blue,
Mhm.
and multiple colors. The Batman Forever one was kind of turquoise. Oh man, he's opening the whole thing.
He is. That's a
Oh,
lenticular
that's
thing.
neat. Yep. Oh yeah, there it goes. No,
Yeah. It's hard to tell on camera, but it
you
definitely
can
is.
see
Oh,
it.
you can see it.
Oh, right there. Right there.
Yeah,
right
that's the
there.
spot.
So
Now I know what to start sending Steve randomly.
I don't remember who gave this to me. I think it was at my old comic shop in Manhattan back in like
Oh.
2019, 2018. No,
I know
not,
what to send
not-
him too. I'll send him a bag that says, "Please insert the Batmobile and send back to me."
Yeah.
yeah, it's cool though. It's real cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome.
It brings up a solid question. How would you rank the on-screen, not animated, not comic, but the on-screen Batmobiles from Adam West, Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Christian Bale, and Batfleck? How would you rank them?
Well, why is Rob Pat not on there is what I want to know.
Because this picture is the one that I found. You can include him.
Okay. All right. I think
What's your last? Which one's last for you?
I think the two in the middle would have to be last.
Well, you can only have one last. Which one's last for you, Paul?
I'm not a big fan of the Tumbler.
I would go 97, 95, and then the Tumbler.
So this might be controversial and for some, but especially these side profiles make it look good. Last for me is Clooney's. Now I got to go ahead and tell you guys, I like all of these.
Mhm.
This is tough, but last for me is Clooney's, and it's not because it's not a cool, sleek design. It's a little extra, but I think maybe because it didn't get a chance to have any kind of impression. It did nothing in the movie but leave the Batcave once, and then when it left the next time, it got frozen and broken. So it really didn't do anything. But it really didn't do anything.
The Tumbler is higher on my list because it played into the story more with like the military aspect. That's why it's not last.
And I know it's not fair, and maybe this is a cheat code, but dude, I might actually have the clip. This would be great if it's still in here. Let me see. There's something that the Tumbler did that really puts it up on the list for me.
Goodbye.
That was a game changer when it did that.
That was baller.
What? Yeah, the Tumbler's up there a little bit for me. I'm with Drew. Battinson is top tier, but the Tumbler is a realistic piece of equipment, is impressive. The Tumbler's 100% a real, like, they built it from the ground up to make it practical. They were out there spinning it around. It's like some massive heavy thing. There's footage of it before they put the finished plating on it. It looks creepy.
I would say that Battinson's is top 3 or 4. I'd put it 3rd or 4th on my list.
All right, let's do this top down. That'd probably be easier. What's your number one, Paul?
I'm gonna go for the original. I like the Batman 66 one.
Adam West?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It had there's so much going for it. It's like, I mean, it was Ford Futura that they basically, tricked out, but I mean it's got so much going. I mean, it's got it automatically has, once it gets too hot in the Batmobile, it automatically starts spraying fire extinguishers. It's got the bat radar. It's got the thing where you can stop and then it turns on.
It's got the parachute in the back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's got the something
It's like
really,
the Mach 5.
something real easy, as though what you just flip a little thing down. And it basically what was the start button now is listed as something else. And the guy who tries to steal it, when he pushes it, instead he's got fireworks going off. Yeah, or the eject button or whatever. So that's number one for me. I own 2. I own the Val Kilmer one, and I own the original from McFarlane.
And the Batfleck.
Yes, and I got this one now too. Yeah.
All right, Steve, what's number one on your list?
My number 1 and number 2 are the same as you. It's 89 and then Batfleck. It's got to be. Got to be. And then Pattinson would be 3, and then the Tumbler would be 4th.
I don't know what it is about 89. And it might just be something like, what was the first Batmobile introduced to you kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's got some nostalgia in it, and that's why
Sorry,
the
Lincoln
66
Center,
Batman,
sorry.
66 Batman is Paul's. So
And you know, the 89, the Keaton, talk about like having features, it did as well. You know, it had the grappling hook that came out and helped him bend corners fast. It had the stealth mode. It had the defense mode. It turned into the bat bullet to go through the alley in Batman Returns. It has the Gatling guns that come out when he took out all of Acme Chemicals, and like it was an absolute weapon. And we've never seen a Batmobile go as hard as the Snyder Batmobile did. Like that.
oh yeah, I mean
That Batmobile just like wrecked shit.
it's the only one to run into Superman.
And Superman didn't flinch.
No, he did not.
Didn't even blink. But
It's the-
thinking about what that Batmobile did in Justice League, like taking on an entire army of parademons and almost leveling an entire city, like that was that. And I love the sleek design. It looks practical, but it looks Batman-y at the same time. And I like how they connected Robert Pattinson's Batmobile to the Adam West Batmobile. The introduction that we got into Pattinson, that was, dude, that put me back in my seat in the theater, and I caught it. And I know other people caught it. Paul and I have talked about it. When they introduced Robert Pattinson's Batmobile, it was a complete homage to Adam West. If you remember, they're out in the shootout, it's raining, and then you hear that loud whining noise. It was the atomic battery to power. And then then the engine turns over and it starts shooting out the thrust, and the camera goes to the back. You see the turbine to speed.
Yep, exactly.
And then it just started. Then he actually threatens Oz. He lurches forward just a little bit to tell him to run. I'm like, dude, that was sick. I love the practicality of it. It was something that it looks like with his unlimited wealth, this is as good as you can do it if you're trying to do it in secret and on your own. I'm like, this is it. It's cool as hell.
It's the best scene in the whole movie.
Oh, dude,
it's in my opinion.
I got you. Then just
And then
like
slams right into him. Yep. The making, I've seen the videos of making of that, and it's pretty top tier. It's pretty top tier.
All right, let's see what other one we got on here. The one that we haven't even talked about, Batman Forever, Val Kilmer. This is an odd one. I absolutely love it, but it doesn't rank like the rest do, because it's almost like, even when you look at it, when you watch the movie, it looks like you're watching a toy with a lot of stuff with a giant wing sticking out the top of it and everything. The coolest part of it is I have like the original one they made when the movie came out, and it's a triple changer toy. Like it's like the frame, but the front wheels pop off the bottom and the back wheels pop off. And then what's left, you can slide into the bat boat, or you can pop the wings into the side to make the bat wing out of it. And I think that the Batman Forever one, with all its glory, still gets overshadowed by how cool the bat wing and the bat boat were to get in the same movie. Like, we had all of it. We had the bat wing in 89. We had the bat boat in Returns. And then we had all three of them upgraded in there. But I can't ever get over the fact that when Robin stole it, that wing that went up the center of the Batmobile, it split in two and was bouncing in two. And I never knew if that was intentional or not, but I don't know. Forever Batman or Toy Etic.
Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. And then we all know now, after the fact, that those were made specifically to sell toys, much like a kid's TV show or something.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with Joel Schumacher, he basically, brought it away from the dark Tim Burton thing, and he basically make it more like a comic book. That's why you have all those neon colors and everything, in those two movies. So,
and the villains' layers look like villain layers.
Well, and I think it's good that we're going back to that more. Like you're seeing more of the original suits in movies like Deadpool and Wolverine, and what we're seeing a lot with the Avengers Doomsday, and we're seeing Superman now be more bright. They're I mean, that shot is sick.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely sick. Yeah. I think it's the right move. I mean, I understand the whole like leather, like we got to be different, we got to be grungy and all that, grimy, but I do like going back to the basics for sure. And
I'm
I'm
gonna-
excited for XP
I'm-
97 season 2, by the way.
I'm kind of the opposite, to be honest with you. Like I know it's like I feel like I'm in a smaller camp here, so I'm not like campaigning for my way to win out on this because I want these things to ultimately be successful, but I want them to be good at the same time. And I hope we don't get away from taking them serious. That was like such a big complaint of mine from the time y'all met me in the earliest days, like me complaining with how they don't take stuff as serious as they could to make these more epic in nature, to make it more meaningful, make it more lasting, because they've turned into fast food cinema, and that scares me a little bit. The Dark Knight trilogy is the perfect example of how to balance superhero movies. Not every character can command that level of seriousness or that level of creative talent that Nolan comes with, because it's just not all there. But I think what Matt Reeves is doing with the what's called the epic crime saga with Penguin, Batman, what he has coming, that announcement we got with Sebastian Stan as Harvey Dent. He's not confirmed as Two-Face, but he's confirmed as Harvey Dent.
I mean, it's got to be the long Halloween, right? Like we already got Scarlett Johansson. I mean, the holiday. I mean, it's got to be.
Who is she playing? Is she playing Dent's wife?
It has not been confirmed who she's playing,
rumor,
but everyone thought at first she was going to be the Mask of Phantasm, but now she's rumored to be his wife, the holiday. That's what everyone thinks.
That would be wild, and that would make more sense to the epic crime saga that he's building out, because that's such more of a detective thing,
and it's never been done. That's never been done.
In the animated feature, they did a pretty good job adapting it, but it's definitely never been done in movie. You can see elements of it or inspiration from it put into that first Batman movie that he did, but I think that's like the perfect tone and level for a superhero movie. That shot of Cyclops is amazing. Too bad it's just being used as a fishing element to trick people into buying a ticket to a completely different movie. Lord of Brooklyn, what's going on? Yeah, I'm just saying, make sure y'all balance your expectations, because I think these things are definitely fishing expeditions with these little trailer things.
Yeah, the latest one is Wakanda and Namor and the Thing, right? Are all supposedly in the latest trailer.
I hadn't seen another trailer.
Supposedly it's Shuri. Shuri is there, and then Namor and Namora, I think, appear. And Shuri is talking to the Thing from the Fantastic Four, and
have they released it?
I believe it started this weekend. Yeah, I don't know if they've released it online yet.
No, the leaks are out of it.
Yeah,
the leaks are. It's funny how the leaks make it out every time. Every time, that makes sense. Namor's got a nice little collar on, like that little outfit he's rocking.
And everyone says that he looks terrible. The guy that plays him. What the character in general on screen?
The Thing's wearing the exact same sweater he was wearing last time we saw him. So there's that.
Does he have a beard?
There. No beard.
No
beard.
I do agree with what Drew Manchu said. I do think it was a little too long, but Mark has started to get me that like maybe wanting less content's not the way to go.
Dude, first off, don't ever listen to Drew. I'm here to tell you, Drew praises the Marvels. So Drew has lost all credibility. He knows that when he shows up to the channel, that his hot takes are welcome, but they hold no weight because of that one bad take that killed it all. No, in all sincerity, I'm never going to be a fan of shorter movies. Look what it's given us, because everyone wants shorter movies. We get shorter movies. You have to wait long times for these movies you're excited about to come out. Then you get to go enjoy them and spend a lot of money for 90 freaking minutes. No, get a capable director, get a capable writer that can entertain you for over 2 hours. It doesn't have to be 3 hours. It doesn't have to be 4 hours. I wish it was, but if it's something if it's a mega blockbuster movie that's supposed to be one of the biggest movies of the year, making it under 2 hours is insane. Especially something like Superman. How many characters was in that? Nameable characters from the comic book that were brought to life, over 13. You're telling me that you're going to tell that story in 90 minutes? That's crazy.
And you know what? If they're doing the long Halloween, that's only 10 minutes per month.
Yeah,
that's really not a lot. The Batman is not as good as the Marvels. I have spoken. There you go.
I'm going to say something controversial.
Uh-oh. Steve likes the Marvels.
No, I do not love Batman: A Long Halloween.
I know. I
It's
remember you
not
saying
my
that
favorite.
it's the art that pushed you away, wasn't it?
I hate the art, and it does feel too long, and like it makes me like
It's in the
understand.
title.
I know, but
Mhm.
like my good friend Mike V, he loves Scott Snyder to death. To death. He
Mhm.
thinks that the Court of Owls, City of Owls storyline is just too long. 12 issues is too long. Said it should have been 6 to 8. And I mean, as you read it, you're like, man, this is so good. But I could see someone saying why it's too long. So that's how I feel.
I
Yeah,
mean,
The
it
art
was
and it's too long.
but it was actually, I mean, obviously it's an editing decision and everything, but it was basically designed, you get one issue per month. And actually, it was actually 13 issues. But you get, one issue per month with a holiday in each month. So it's like, it was kind of, you know, purpose. Could they have done it shorter? Probably, but it kind of made more sense for them to do it, 12 months, 12 holidays type
and
of
you
thing.
know how like nowadays we get the holiday specials. They always do the kind of throwaway anthology
Yeah.
book for like
Yeah.
Yep.
$10. And when they did
Yeah.
that, there's your holiday book. It's an actual meaningful story. And I know you're not a big fan of it, but dude, like Tim Sale, like
Yeah.
is top notch for most people. Like people that
Well, I'm
like
not most people.
well, that's fair. That's fair. Art is super subjective, but I'm saying like that was a treat for a lot of people. Like for me, that's a treat. And I'm also a Rob Liefeld guy, so I don't judge other people who are like, I don't like that. Like I get it. I get it, but
Steve, have you ever read Superman for All Seasons?
I read the single issue that
Oh,
came out for Superman Day, but not the whole thing. No.
it's
it is
I
incredible.
gave it away.
But,
I used to
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I did not love the art at the beginning to All Star Superman, but it grew on me
Oh,
as
Frank Quietly, he another master of his
Mm,
craft that I absolutely love. And
another
see,
one that
they're not
grew
as
on me.
traditional like
Yeah.
Tim Sale, Frank Quietly, they're not traditional. They're not Dan
They're
Mora.
not.
They're not John Timms. They're not Jim Lee. They're not like the most
And
bombastic,
Jim Lee is the
dynamic
bar.
Western
Jim Lee
comic
is the
book.
bar, in my opinion.
Jim Lee from 10 years ago, I'll give you that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm talking Batman.
Jim Lee ain't the same Jim Lee he was. He's still
Of
amazing.
course,
I'm not going to
of
argue
course.
that. But like
Yeah, I
today,
mean,
pound for pound, Dan Mora, like he
oh yeah,
outdraws Jim Lee,
I mean,
dude,
you don't have to
in my opinion.
sell Dan Mora to me. You already know that. You don't have to sell him to me.
Yeah, Superman for All Seasons is great.
Okay,
Dude,
I need to read it.
all of those ones that they did, like Daredevil Yellow was fantastic. What was
Hulk
it?
Gray.
Hulk Gray, Spider-Man Blue, or Spider-Man Red, Captain America Blue, whatever they
Yeah.
were. They
Yep.
did a whole series of them. They were all good. What's going on, bro? Good to see you in here.
Dang it, they don't have a compact.
Jim
camera.
Lee isn't even Jim Lee.
I mean,
Yeah, Hulk Gray was awesome, and you can see where for the Incredible Hulk movie, they literally took panels out of Hulk Gray and put him into that movie, like when they're after the campus fight scene with the military and stuff, and Tim Roth when they go retire to the cave in the storm and everything. There's some shots in there.
Yeah,
Dan Moore is the best
I'm not a big
page-for-page
Marvel guy,
artist.
but I bought all of the Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale Marvel miniseries.
Mhm.
I mean, Frank Miller's nowhere close to where he used to be. I mean, it's sad actually.
He's in his squatting phase.
Yeah, we've broken that down in detail. I also put out a post a while back where I went and cherry picked pieces of his art from the early 80s, late 80s, 90s, early 2000s, where it all looked exactly like what we're getting now. Frank Miller was more versatile back in the day. Right now, he's just doing that one style that he's always brought out before. But I love Frank Miller, dude. And there's a couple of them that he does every now and then, despite the squatting. That Batman one he did where he's like on the wire, like that one was insane. He still dropped some absolute bangers, but for whatever reason, they're all squatting. And if you look in the Deadpool Batman, that little mini story between the Dark Knight Returns Batman and Old Man Logan, there was like 3 panels per page, and they were all like hyper elongated so that they were squatting in each one. I'm like, what is happening? Not only are it his covers, it's inside the books. But Lords of Brooklyn nailed it. Dan Moore is the best page for page artist in comics. Yeah, I don't know who you could put up against him right now. Like
Jimenez is pretty good.
Yeah, Jimenez is good, but he's not Dan Mora good, and he definitely doesn't have the output Dan Mora has.
Mm.
For me, John Timms is up there, but he's still not on that Dan Mora level.
He's not in my top 5.
No,
He is actually Dan Moore is actually cutting back his output in 2026.
Smart. You know who said they had like a huge 2025? Who was that? I just saw it. It wasn't Mark Spears. It was what's another one of those cover artists that people always like? He made like $1.5 million on Whatnot last year. Gosh,
was it Rob?
no, what? No. Rob would have made more than that.
Yeah, a lot more.
No, like what's another one? Like not DNA. Oh gosh,
Gabriel Delato,
J. Scott Campbell.
No, it wasn't either one of them. I feel bad.
Mike
No.
Mayhew.
Mike Mayhew. That's who it was. It was Mike Mayhew. $1.5 million in 2025, just off like Whatnot.
I can picture Dan Moore. I mean, Dan Moore does a million covers every month, plus all the stuff he's been doing internally. He's supposedly cutting back to just one monthly magazine per month, but I can just picture him doing cover after cover after cover after cover for, he's doing Justice League Unlimited, he's doing World's Finest, he's been doing those since they started, those covers.
Yeah, Loaders is on one. So Mikkel Janin is fantastic. Mikkel Janin did great on Justice Society of America. Now Mikkel is doing Detective Comics. That's another consistent, clean artist right there.
Let me ask you guys a question.
Let's hear it.
Would you rather be a comic book writer to where you can do multiple books at a time? Or would you rather be an artist where you're only working on one book, but then you can sell the OAs for a ton of money? Or
you talking about this financially or just overall?
Just in general. Like, I mean, I think financial has to be a big part of it, right? And then the other thing is, would you rather just be a cover artist where all you're doing is covers and commissions?
Well, from a financial standpoint, cover artist is the gold standard. That's what everyone works toward. But if it's one of those things, like if all of these people are making a living and supporting their family, I would, more than just being like the writer, I just would want to be able to plot this shit. Just let me plot your universe. Let me be the plotter. I guess the editor in chief. Like I want to tell you what direction we're going when we sit down. I'll explain to you what the summer event will be, and y'all come back with what you want to happen in your books, and I'll tell you where they can connect. And if anything steps on someone else's toes, we can't do this. Don't use that character yet. We got plans for him here. Like I want to plot this shit. Okay. I got the red yarn. I'm ready.
All right, go ahead, Paul. What do you say?
Yeah, I think probably the cover artist is probably where it is. Between that and the commissions, from a financial standpoint, that's probably best. And it probably the cover artist probably gives you the least freedom of expression for what you're doing, creativity, because you're basically told by the editor, this is what I need for the cover, do it. Whereas, internal, you probably have more say, at least to actually have a discussion back and forth with whoever's writing it, as, hey, you know what, I know you wanted a shot from below, but I'm thinking if we do, what if we do one from above, and this is why I think we should do it this way. As long as you have a writer who's open to that, you probably have more creativity. And from a writer standpoint, that's where all the creativity in the world is with the writer for the most part.
Yeah, I think the cover artist thing, the one thing we ought to remember is when you're doing these cover artists for these big guys, if you're successful, you have your own shop and you're buying your own exclusives and doing whatever the hell you want on them. Like Crane will do covers for DC or whoever, but he's also doing his own exclusive variants that he's putting out himself with whatever he wants on them at the same time. Someone came through and paid that guy a boatload of money just to do supernatural variants. Like, I mean, published variants. That was a big swing right there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. I mean, if you have enough, behind you to be doing your own variants for issues and everything, then yeah, obviously, you have all the creativity in the world, and God, I mean, like Alex Ross can do whatever he wants, for the most part,
I think that being a cover artist is probably the best financially, but I mean, I don't think that fulfills everyone. Like you guys are saying, they don't have a ton of creativity. Now they can do a sketch per day and sell those. That's what Scotty Young has been doing for a long time on top of his cover art stuff that he's been doing. But I think he's he's done it so much at this point that like he wants something else, and that's why he's coming in to be a writer for Lobo, and he's been a writer before for Deadpool and all of that. But I think
And for Marvel, he did that longest run ever on Strange Academy, didn't he?
yeah, he did. And then what was the other one? Like that was
The
like
Me You Know in the Dark or something like that.
that horrible. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So I think that everyone would like to try a little bit of everything. I mean,
Did he do I Hate Fairyland?
that might be
Yes.
another one. Yeah.
So he's written a lot. He also has his little chibi project that I know a lot of people like. I don't understand. I mean, I think it's fun to look at on on the social media post, but I don't understand the obsession with the covers, to be honest with you. I remember how big of a deal it was when he did his first DC cover for Batman Off-World. It like sold out instantly, and he did the Absolute Trinities. He did variants for those. I'm a little nervous. Like, what do y'all think of like this with this huge like surge in DC Comics popularity and sales? It looks like we're getting a lot of like we got Dan Slott writing slop over at DC right now, like
I
just
agree.
absolute trash, terrible writer, absolute trash product, like it's garbage. And then you got who else is coming over? We got Jason Aaron over there. He's been over there. He did the Superman Superstars 3-issue story, which was freaking awesome. And now he's doing Absolute Superman, which is freaking awesome. Jason Aaron also did that Punisher run that was freaking awesome. That a lot of people, oh, he's wearing a different logo. Oh, this isn't. It was freaking awesome. Like it was a great arc. Like I will drop a Marvel book in a heartbeat. I picked up every issue of that and loved it. And then you got Scotty Young coming over. Who else are we going to see come over? Are we just going to get all these people? Like they were writing for Marvel and people left Marvel. Now they're coming over to DC because DC's got the money to throw around for sellable names. Are we going to see a drop?
Yeah, and you have like you
Yeah,
have
some that are
you
going
have,
back and
you have
forth.
Dennis Camp, who was doing the Ultimates. I believe he's doing the Ultimates, and then he ended up doing Absolute Martian
And
Manhunter.
how good is that?
Al Ewing, who was a Marvel
That's
guy
what I was just
doing
about to say.
Absolute Green Lantern. Chris Condon, who was doing Ultimate Wolverine. Both Dennis Camp and Chris Condon are going to be doing Vertigo books this year.
Yeah. Isn't Chris Condon the one that took over Green Arrow after Williamson?
Yeah. Yep.
And see, that one didn't last for me. I know Loaders was a big fan of it. Loaders, it was his number. I'm assuming it's him. I don't know if Loaders is him or it was. I'm assuming it's him. It was his book of the year, I think.
Yep.
That Punisher run was garbage.
Ended.
What didn't you like about it? I'd like to hear that. That run was super fun. Super fun. It just maybe people not talk about JLA much. We talk about Unlimited. We talk
I
about
love
it.
it by Mark Waid. I do.
Yeah. Right now we've been talking about the Suicide Squad that's happening in it right now with Mr. Terrific.
Mm-hmm.
I got the first JLA right there, baby.
Right.
Yeah, and I did that video. Oh shit! I think it comes out tomorrow. I recorded it a few, I guess, like a handful of days ago. It's been available for channel members, but I have a video that comes out tomorrow morning that suggests it's like where to start reading DC Comics in 2026, and it talks about the DC Next Level. But in all of it, I tell people if you're just coming in, go grab Justice League Unlimited as your sampler. So you'll see the most characters. It's the backbone of continuity, and from there you can kind of get introduced to people in a very unique way. You can kind of get an idea of what you like or who you like, and there'll probably be a title that they have running that you can go dive into. Dan Slott's heights are high, but get ready for lowest of lows. Dan Slott can F all the way off. Give me an example of his high highs. I'm not saying that jokingly. I don't know them. I legit don't know them. I know he did that controversial stint on Spider-Man.
Yeah, he did the Superior Spider-Man, right? He's the one that did
that's a high. That's highly regarded.
Yeah.
But it was like Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man. So the best Spider-Man you didn't even involve Peter Parker being Spider-Man. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Superman Unlimited is just a waste of a title. It's just, I don't know.
And we talked about this. It was kind of advertised as, forgive the pun, it was kind of advertised as the gold standard.
You said that just to make me mad.
When it's the one that really, if I was to recommend anyone to not get a Superman book, that would be the one.
Which Silver Surfer did he do? He didn't do Silver Surfer Black, did he? What was that? Was it Sanford Green that had that?
Donnie Cates at Silver Surfer Black, but I don't know. Who the
Cates at
artist
Silver Surfer.
was.
Aaron attempted to critique Frank Castle as a failure with his family. Frank Castle gave everything to his family and probably has the most unique vigilante story of all comics-based characters. I think this is where a lot of people get tripped up on this. If I'm remembering correctly, the Hand used a demon deity to reanimate his wife as leverage against him. Like, if anyone took that as like his proper wife being back, I don't know. That was just a tool to hold him there. I don't know. That was their way of emotionally trying to manipulate him, in my opinion. But it was cool. I like them going like I like when they did the Frankencastle thing, watching Dakin like cut him to shreds on the roof during that story arc called The List, where Norman Osborn put out that hit list and stuff. And they've done a lot of fantastical things with Frank over the years, Cosmic Ghost Rider, and so having Frank have to go in on working with the Hand and go full on deity of death with him for a moment and go like pretty much flying around the world massacring cartels and criminal operations to such a large degree that the Avengers had to step in and say, bro, you're murdering too many people, and fight it out. And then fighting Ares, dude, that was all fun. The rest of it is just dressing. The old Punisher, that's just like nuts and bolts stuff, man. Punisher's more than like he's been around so much, they've done more fun stuff than just nuts and bolts stuff. This was one of the Fantasticals like Maxi series. I think the Marvel Max stuff is even better than Chuck Dixon stuff. The Marvel Max stuff, who was that? They did that Peacemaker one shot.
Wasn't Garth Ennis, was it?
Garth Ennis, yeah. Garth Ennis has the best work on Punisher, in my opinion. Not fair, Mark. Batman has been fighting himself exclusively for decades. Yeah. Slot in the all red. That's it. Dude, all red's art is fantastic. Mobius strip issue might be the best modern single issue ever published. Mobius strip issue? What are you talking about? I don't know what that is. I know Mobius did 2 issues of Silver Surfer. Green Arrow is my book of the year. RIP still going to pick up the Vertigo title called The Peril of Brutal Dark of Ezra Kane, set in the 40s and fighting fascists. That's my type of book. There you go. Are you getting Arcadia? It's just a 3-issue miniseries. 2 of the 3 are out right now. Batman, Green Arrow, The Question, Arcadia. Issue 2 came out this week. That's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by no Chuck Dixon Slander. I don't think you'll find any.
We're only getting 4 books this week.
I don't think you'll find any Chuck Dixon Slander.
It's a small week for DC this week.
Very small. Very small.
Not quite as small as last week, but
I think I got two or three on there. Like I don't get Supergirl. I forget what else is coming out.
Did you see?
I'm getting. I have the list right here.
Did you see, Mark? In I don't know, but in March, there's only 1 issue of Geiger coming out. That's Ghost Machine's entire output.
Oh yeah, you're getting Geiger this
Why?
week.
I have no idea.
I'm getting DCKO 3, Action 1094, Aquaman 13, and
we get a Mira Andy battle in Aquaman.
Mhm.
Let's go. I checked the variants on that Aquaman because I was super excited to see what options there were.
really weird one. There's a really
And
weird.
I cannot stand this artist who does this beautiful painted looking detailed body with this little kid creepy face.
Yeah.
Yes.
EOM
Like
is whatever his name is. EOM or
Needs
whatever.
to have
his name
their
is.
hard drive checked. Talking about that. Yeah, they need to check that person's hard drive. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that and their head is too small, anyways. Too, it's weird.
Can't be any
It's
small.
super
Well, the
weird.
Nick Dragotta drawing heads.
That is true, especially Nick Dragotta, and Absolute Batman #1. Yeah, Dragotta's he's different.
Bro, when they did Kaiju Bane and still his head didn't get bigger, but the rest of it,
Yeah. Like, dude, what? It's like Liefeld feet type stuff.
yeah, it was still fun, man. It's still fun.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
there's the Aquaman covers. It bums me out because I'll get a good Aquaman cover. Like, why haven't they done like the blue suit in one of the variants? Remember when they did that for Deep Target? I think it was
Yeah.
Kale knew that it was like because that was a 7-issue series. So it was issue 4. They did the blue suit. Kale knew. I'm like, holy smokes, got to get that. And I did. I bought that variant in a heartbeat.
I wish that McFarlane would put that figure out.
Yeah, I have the before McFarlane, whatever series that is, where like you can't there it's like card back and clamshell. You can't take them out without ripping them.
Yeah, the DC Direct ones or whatever.
No, this was they sold them in like Walmarts and stuff.
Okay.
It was like Mattel maybe,
Mhm.
but I mean they had them for a long time. Did a whole bunch of figures. But I've got like the Vigilante, and I've got the blue suit Aquaman from that, and of course I got the blue suit Aquaman from the Jason Momoa movies.
Mhm.
Movies. So there's a lot of books out this week. Steve, did you read Arc M?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't remember if you did.
I made a post on IG about it. Yeah, it was good. 10 out of 10. It was phenomenal. It was
You
lots of twists and turns.
Did it feel like it felt like in the best way possible? It felt like reading an episode of Tales from the Crypt, where you get like a story told to you with a crazy horror twist that you don't see coming. Then it jumps to the end of the person reading the story, and I thought it was really good.
Yeah, I thought it was done well. We got even more lore and background to the Joker. We already had the origin, but this is just adds even more depth to that. With the biography done by the original owner of Arkham Asylum, and about why he created it, because his mom went insane and killed the whole family because she was upset that her husband didn't come home from war. And when she found out why, he says he died when it didn't even need to die. Yeah, that was wild. That was absolutely wild. And I think I saw the twist coming with the kid. I did see that, but also I thought it was interesting that like all the different Easter eggs of like the Elliott family and like the Jack the Ripper, like that's not been done really outside of Gotham by Gaslight. So I thought it was really good. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, the one thing that I will say, I think that there was an editor total editor mess up with this issue. And if I was the editor in chief, like I suggested just a few minutes ago, this would have never happened. But in Arc M, when the man comes to visit Amadeus about buying the asylum, he opens the door, they greet, shake hands, and he's smiling. Hey, good to see you. And he's smiling. Then at the end, when the fire is burning down and he's standing outside looking back over it, his hat shadowing his face, he's smiling. What's the whole gimmick to the absolute Joker? He's called the smiling man because he never smiles. Not until he turned into the Joker in his full form and he smiled and laughed. So for whatever reason, whoever wrote this book forgot that in issue 1, they introduced the mysterious Joker as the smiling man, and he's called that because he never smiles.
Well, and if you look at who the artists are, every artist, like I saw a post on Twitter about it, like there's been 4 different artists that had the chance to draw the Joker, or absolute Joker, I should say. And every one of them looks completely different. Every one of them looks completely different. They've not done.
Yeah, I'm talking about in Jack Grimm form and in pure human form.
Yes, I know, and none of them look the same. They've not done a great job of making sure they look the same. So it's not. I would agree with that.
How many Joker origins and how many weeks? It was good, but Snyder is pumping the well a bit often. This isn't the origin of the Joker. This is the story of the mysterious arcs that we didn't have. Like it's because we've done the origin of Arkham Asylum in the main comics. We've done a lot of backstory, a lot of lore to him with Amadeus and hell, even Bruce's mom having a stint in there and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, this was just the story of Arkham Asylum and the Joker, or Jack Grimm, his timeline. He taps his foot on its story at a point in it. It's pretty cool. It was really the story of Amadeus Asylum, Amadeus Arkham. Yep.
What do you think, Paul?
I loved it. You can hear more about what I thought about it tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock.
We give the detailed walkthrough of the whole story. If you missed it or anything, yeah, it's a big week for Absolute on the deep dive. We got 3 titles, went through all of them. Green Lantern, Superman. Those you haven't read yet, have you, Steve?
Nope. I have a package coming on Tuesday from Paul. Not this Paul, a different Paul, but the one everyone knows.
And since we're talking about old heads like Chuck Dixon, did y'all see the Dan Jurgens cover that came out this week? You might recognize it. You know, he did the whole Death of the Superman thing, which is like the biggest thing in comics. Another
Yeah.
Titan has fallen.
I did see that, yeah.
Wow.
I did see
So
that.
I love
this
it.
new Godzilla era called the Kaisei era is issue 6. There's like 3 titles that come out in a shared universe, 2 of which are on like the same timeline. The other one seems to be a little bit elsewhere, called Starship Godzilla. It's about Mecha Godzilla. It's like in space, piloted by people, whatever. But this kind of goes back to like the G-Force era stuff, like the human team combating him, and that energy that you see when he lights up. That energy is something that we can harness and use, so people are using it. And it's pretty much this fight against this kid who lost everything to got like to a Godzilla fight when he was a kid who's grown up and he has access to that ability, and he kills Godzilla. He straight up kills him. But unfortunately, they teach you that Godzilla's body is a vessel for that energy, which is a living entity. It is now sucked inside that person. So who knows what's going to happen moving forward. But this cover was freaking awesome. On IDW's website, they have a foil version of it, which I'm like super tempted to go back and get. But they also show you the covers for the next issue in here. So like we're supposed to be getting like this pure energy explanation moving
Glow in
forward.
the dark. That would be cool if it was glow in the
Dude,
dark.
that would be epic if it did. Maybe IDW will put one of theirs out. That yeah, it was a fun read. I gotta tell you, the writing's not the best in this. Like, I'd be lying if I said it was. It's more of like you're just trying to get the story. It's kind of a chore to get through. Like the panel to panel work isn't great, but it's interesting seeing what they're doing lore wise. It's one of the coolest design Godzillas I've seen in a while. Power your life with the essence of Zilla. Yeah, super cool. And I thought it was great that they brought back Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding to do it. That was wild.
I wonder if Karate Kevin's reading it or not. He's a big Godzilla fan. Big Godzilla fan.
Ryan Coogler going to get the Oscar nomination just to lose major categories. So when are the Oscars? Because Golden Globes are going on right now, right?
March, end of somewhere March, April. I think usually in March.
The Oscars going to give Paul Thomas Anderson major awards. I don't get the hype around One Battle After Another. I watched it. It was like, from a technical thing, it was well made, but it was a crap movie. Like, the story was awful. The characters were pointless, and it was bad. I think that it's looking like Sinners is tracking to have one of the highest be one of the highest nominated films of all times. So if it is, expect it to lose a lot of categories if it gets nominated for that much, but also win a handful. But I don't think Sinners was, God, that wasn't the movie of the year by the best directed movie of the year. It was good, but I don't know how anyone could say that was like the best directed movie of the year. It wasn't anything exceptional like in that aspect. It was good. Didn't know how to end it. The ending was pure trash, but I liked it.
We can all rest easy because Timothy Chalamet won for Marty Supreme.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. I want to see Marty Supreme. I don't what is it called? The media that they did for it was super inventive, like with the blimp and everything, and popping up on Drewski's show, and it was a completely different way of marketing a movie, and it didn't work. The movie made no money.
Yeah, and Paul Anderson did win for director.
He did.
Yeah.
So that dude, that's just these things they like to get on there and do their little political speeches and this and that. This kind of seemed like he kind of like cheated on that one. You know what I mean? He kind of cheated on that one. Like, just let's make a political movie so I can get a lot of attention from these highly political group of people. Sinners was middle of the road at best, and Coogler is overrated. I don't know how he's rated, so I don't know if he's overrated or underrated. I think he's a good director. I don't know what all he's done outside of like Black Panther and Sinners, though. What else has he done?
I do not know.
Because Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forgettable, was epic dog crap. That was terrible. How dare you? Forget Mark. You have unleashed my high blood pressure. On which part? What did I say specifically? Because, yeah, I think Sinners was a solid 7.5. Oh, Creed is fantastic. I like that whole trilogy. Yeah, Adonis. Creed sucks. You are high, dude. You are high. Now, I will tell you, Creed 3 with Jonathan Majors, the final fight, it looked lower budget the way it was shot compared to the fights in the other ones, because like the way that they shot it when they were like locked in and dialed in, like you kind of lose your surrounding background. So it just really feels like you're on a small set with just like black curtains around you kind of thing. And it took out some of the dynamicness of it. But the story in that one was great. Jonathan Majors was awesome in it. I'm a Michael B. Jordan fan, though. But dude,
Friday Night Lights, baby.
The story was great, huh?
Friday Night Lights, baby.
Oh.
Your eyes full hearts can't lose.
What's going on, Donovan? Over the past 5 years, how many times have you seen Black Panther? The first one, in the past 5 years, a few times, at least 3 or 4. The first one I enjoyed. I liked the first one a lot. Probably, and now thinking about it, maybe because it had Michael B. Jordan in it. I've said that when it came out. It's one of those movies where you stick Michael B. Jordan in it, and you can tell that the other people shouldn't have been cast in the movie because they're not as good as him. Like, I legitimately think he's like one of like for the younger people out there in Hollywood, he's one of like the actual talented movie stars you have. Because a lot of these people are a dime a dozen. Michael B. Jordan is not a dime a dozen. Like,
I agree with that.
He can act his ass off, and he's got range. He's versatile. And when he came in there as Killmonger, every line he's like a John Bernthal. You put him in there, you believe everything he's saying. His character is like convincing, like, and he's good in whatever part you put him in, and it makes everyone else look worse on the job. But Drew's always on. See, Cliff, don't get worked up. That's Drew's job here, is just have bad takes. Sinners was awesome. I give it an 8.5. See, we're not far off.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was good, and my score is around the same. I gave it about a 7.5. 7.5 for me is like rewatchable and good. Like, I like that. Black Rocky, man. It's not Black Rocky. It's Adonis. It's literally the same franchise. It's Apollo's kid. Rocky trained him. What are we talking about? That's great. Rocky's kid became a lawyer. Like, Adonis was the only one out of the family group. Like, there was a family group. You remember the Rocky movies? They holiday together. They all grew up together. It wasn't like a stranger Rocky went and adopted to train. Wakanda Forgettable. Yeah, that's the title. Black Dust Till Dawn, man. And to a degree, but I mean, just because you have vampires, I mean, a lot of vampires. Black Panther 2 is better. Black Panther, crazy. I love this, man. You are crazy. Oh man, and I wanted to like it so bad. I was primed to like it. I even went and attended it at a movie premiere thing that I got invited to because of my YouTube channel. One of the few times that's happened. And I went on premiere night, and when I went, there's like people going dressed in all white in mourning for T'Challa and stuff. Even they came out like shaking their heads. Like, I have it all on recording. Like, everyone that walked out of that theater were kind of like, the fuck did we just watch? And it was like a full theater. It was crazy. I came out, I looked at Pops. I said, so which Black Panther do you like better? Black Panther 1 or 2? He's like, Black Adam, and just walks off. Black Adam.
Solid answer.
Solid answer. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I think it'd be cool to see Coogler do some more stuff, because the Creed, I don't know. I'm a big fan of the Creed stuff. That stuff was good in my book. Are you reading any comics right now? Yeah. So
yeah.
This week I got that Godzilla book I read.
It was a huge week for me.
Yeah, so check this. Blue Falcon and Dynomutt, I fear, has wrapped up. So this ended with the word "the end." So some of these are miniseries that they do with the Hanna-Barbera stuff. So I got the full set. It's pretty much the origin of Dynomutt in here, which is pretty tough. This gets pretty violent. Dynomutt murders multiple people violently with that flamethrower effect in here. The whole army so Stolen Tech from Blue Falcon was the whole game in here. And when the Stolen Tech army comes after him, he goes ape shit and just cuts them all to pieces over the ocean, just slices and dices them, heads falling, arms falling. This isn't your normal Blue Falcon. This is wild. Paul, I think I might be right. Remember my prediction about this book?
Yeah.
I predicted at issue 2. What if we read this first arc just for a crazy curveball? What if we're following the Phantom as the reintroduction to the Phantom, just for them to kill the Phantom and introduce his kid for us to follow through the rest of the run, like the true like origin of the next Phantom. But we don't start with him. We start with the death of the current Phantom. Do you know what happened in this issue, Paul?
I have not read that yet. I do not know.
It looks like it could be going that way.
Okay.
You know, he's trying to save Durham and his whole family and his whole tribe, wildly outnumbered, trying to pick people off. Singh is in the middle. They know he's there. They're gunning for him. It gets crazy twists in here. It looks like this Phantom might fall. Thinking more now than ever that I'll give you a little spoiler here. The kid that I said, I bet you they have a kid because they haven't kid confirmed. Call
Okay.
Kit Jr. Call Kit Jr. The call. I'm like, oh shit. What, that'd be tight. Here's that other Godzilla book from the Dead Zone. Haven't read that one yet. A lot of indie books. Avatar: The Gap Year. This was really tough. Issue 3 of 6. See what happens between issues 1 and 2. You know, there's a 16-year gap. Jake Sart's whole family. You're watching them fighting off the RDA and stuff and trying to get the other tribe settled and on board. Also trying to find his place as the only Ekten of the tribe or leader of the tribe. It wasn't just an automatic, hey, this Dreamwalker's cool. He'll lead us. He'll be fine. But these are all good. There's a bunch of them. If you like Avatar, if you're curious about the lore, it's fast. Nemesis ended. Finale. Big finale. It was wicked cool. Crazy twist to it. He did a little bit of blood magic along the way so he couldn't die.
So apparently it's misnamed because it's not forever.
Oh no, it's not. It's not misnamed. So he did some blood magic in Nemesis Rogues Gallery, the one before this. We see how he gets brought back after big game. So there's like blood magic and stuff with the fraternity that's involved in all this. And he goes back to them and he does a little bit of blood magic so that he can really fulfill his plan of like this whole world domination thing. And it's like, whoever kills you, you will not stay dead, but you will live long enough to see them suffer for their whatever kind of thing. And there's like this woman embedded in his ranks with the FBI, and it's gone to great length to stay embedded to try to shut him down. They become aware of her, and he pulls a Hail Mary knowing that he has that blood pack and just does like this whole suicide, take everyone out maneuver. She survives. And there was a big twist earlier that she found out she was pregnant. So by the end, you see that she has her baby, and the baby that she has, they named Matthew because apparently it looks like a whole time loop that her and her husband were Nemesis's parents that were introduced in Nemesis Reloaded. She gives birth to Nemesis. He died and he's born again, and he's that kid. It was crazy twist. And now confirming that he is, in fact, forever. Arcadia Detective. The Anakis Arcadia. This is wicked cool. It's almost kind of like just taking a traditional tropey zombie survival kind of thing. Now, the person that you love is dying. The resource to save them is out in the city. We don't go there because the ferals are in there. So Halu is going out into the city to try to get the resources to save his father figure. There's some really good stuff. I really stand by the Miranda brothers. This has the We Live feel where Blade Forger kind of felt like something completely different. This absolutely has the We Live vibes and feel. So you have Inaki and Roy Miranda on it, Ayla De La Cruz on the colors. It's got it. What's going on, Brother John? Oh, sure, but that statement was just nuts. Jordan is one of the best of his gen. Yeah, I agree. That's what I said earlier. For that age range, he's one of the few actual movie stars we have. Looks at horse on the cover with his ponytail. Check it out. Yes. What indie books do you read, Paul?
I'm reading Space Ghost. I'm reading Blue Falcon and Dynamite. I'm reading The Phantom. I'm reading the Arcadia. So that's pretty much all I think that I'm reading.
Most of those come in on your monthly pool or your weekly pool?
Most of them on my monthly poll. And then I'm reading, if you want to consider, I mean, really not indie. I don't consider Image indie anymore, but all the Ghost Machine ones.
That's crazy. We're only getting one Ghost Machine book in March.
Yeah, that's all it was in their solicitations.
I think I'm only reading
Initial Geiger.
Steve, what is it going to take to get you on Ghost Machine?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought about doing Transformers because I heard it was great, but I know that the last run ended pretty recently. So, and
Yeah,
then
we're
now
only like
they're
3
doing
issues into the new
the new
creative team.
team.
I'm gonna go out on a
Yeah.
limb and let you know, I don't think you'll like Transformers. Not
Okay.
the Danny
Well,
Warren Johnson run.
well, I'll
It's
tell you
pretty
that
convoluted and wild.
both of the FCBD books that I've read in the last 2 years were pretty good. I enjoyed it.
Mhm.
So,
But
Oh,
those
and
are the ones they
I'm
try
reading
to rotate
Gatchamon
in.
too.
what?
That's Dynamite
Gatchamon?
too, right? That's Dynamite putting
No,
that
that's
out.
Mad Cave.
Mad Cave.
Hmm.
Dude, Dynamite and Mad Cave are on fire. And I'm also reading the Terminator book that comes out.
Mhm.
I'm reading TMNT. Just changed writers from Jason Aaron to I forgot his name, but
I just picked up some of
those.
those blind bags. There's still some at ABX.
Yeah, I got one coming in.
Okay.
And then I am currently reading the mini series Power Rangers TMNT Volume 3, and then I just got that Zord Quest Power Rangers book that came out last week.
The
So,
one shot, yeah. I flipped
the one
through it.
shot. Yeah,
Is
yeah.
Dan Morris still doing the art for Transformers, or is he just doing? Did he just do like the?
Yeah, it's Robert Kirkman and Dan Moore, I believe, are your ongoing creative team for it
Okay.
right now. I believe.
Mhm.
28 comes out this week. It's still got Dan Moore on it. David Nakayama A cover, but Dan Moore on the interiors, Mike Spicer on the colors. Yeah, I don't know when he's going to scale back, but I hate that he is because they announced the scale back right when they announced him on Transformers. So like
Right.
dude, he's like the DC powerhouse right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking he's gonna stay on Justice League Unlimited, but
I hope so.
I'm loving it. I mean, his art is just we've talked about how good he is before. I mean, I don't
and
know.
Yeah.
and like I said, in probably a million covers. So
Expand your horizons. Yeah, just go to comicavalon.com and order a copy of Eric that Jonathan Medici here wrote. Highly recommend. You just think Gatchaman is dynamite because their cover game is on point for a Mad Cave book. Kudos, Mad Cave. Yeah.
you know who does
Alex-
the A
Alex-
covers? You know who does the A covers for Gatchaman, which are
Inaki
phenomenal?
Miranda.
Inaki Miranda.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I sure do.
Mhm.
More is a modern day Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. I can see that. Dude, he's such a nice guy. I met him at Heroes Con, got him to sign my amalgam book back in 2024. I think it was it Doctor Strange Fate he did? Maybe. I don't know.
It might have been, yeah.
Yeah, there's a man. I can't wait to see who's on the list for it this year. Steve.
I'm gonna be there. Yes.
Here we go. There we go.
Already
He didn't even
confirmed.
hesitate.
I don't even have to. No, yeah. I mean, Mike V said he's supposed to be going as well. We'll see if that happens. Panda said he might, but I don't think so based off of.
Can you imagine the mellow mushroom night if we get Panda with us?
Well, I'm trying to get my wife to go again so we can go to the beach as well. And I want to go on Thursday for the pre-dinner hangout and then go early
Thursday is the diner. We just go to the Red Eye Diner. It's really chill. It's really mellow. Ask Brother John. Like, I mean, it's not wild. I mean, people drink your beers or whatever, but it's really like everyone traveled, so it's just hugs and hangs, man. Hugs and hangs. It's
that's
super
what I
cool.
want, man. That's what I want, dude. But yeah, no, I'm 100% going again.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to probably.
I think we've done that every single year, haven't we, John?
Have they already put out the hotel stuff yet?
Yeah. Yeah, there's hotel stuff out. We typically
shoot.
I don't think you're in any tired
Because last year I waited too long. So
Red Eye milkshakes, baby. Yeah, you're better off with the milkshakes on Thursday. Fridays are busy. Drew, are you come before you jet? Don't jet yet. Are you coming to Heroes Con, Drew? Love this guy. Got a jet. Good show. Michael B. Jordan sucks. The Marvels rules. Deal with it.
I think that's supposed to be a hashtag.
Yeah, that's a
The
hashtag.
3.
Yeah. But he intentionally did a typo so that I felt solidarity with him because my typo game is on point.
Yeah, exactly.
how mad would you be at my wife if I didn't again?
If what?
How mad would you be at me and my family if I didn't go to Heroes Con again?
I wouldn't be mad at your wife or your child at all. That would be absolutely crazy. I would be very mad at you. Dude, have you met Steve?
Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna be there. Definitely.
Don't worry. You get used to him being mad at you, Steve. Don't worry about it.
Are you gonna come? Are
Sledge-
you gonna come? Did you say you're coming, Paul?
Paul won't come to Heroes Con. He just won't do it for some reason. I try
What's the
every
deal?
year.
What's the deal?
The schedule stuff.
Sounds dumb.
But yeah.
Sounds dumb.
Yes. Yeah, that's all that matters this far. I was just a try. Sledge, are you coming up to Heroes Con? I'll be fine if your wife comes to Heroes without you, Steve.
Okay, so here's the plan. Here's the
I
plan.
hear Michael B. Jordan's going to be there.
I would like her to come and like go shopping on like Friday. And then Saturday go to the con with me and then go to the dinner night with everyone's wives and families and whatnot. And then Sunday we'd probably jet out.
Bro, and
Rob,
all right,
Rob's not going to be there this year?
Rob has it's a graduation for his kid that weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's a unfortunate scheduling thing. You know,
So
he
it's
can't pick
Comics
when he
Curing
doesn't get to
Cancer-
pick when he doesn't
Comics
get to
Curing
pick when
Cancer is
graduation.
going rogue this year.
No, we're the same. Me, DJ, and Austin and Pops will be there manning the booth.
Just kidding.
Yeah, so dude, at this point, Rob, like, and I was about to say that dinner, the Saturday night dinner, the Friday night dinner, it was great for a couple of years. And God, I love Dave, but everything went wrong with it last year, and it was absolutely miserable.
It was bad. It was
It was absolutely miserable.
We all paid really good money and it was crap.
We got like 4 pieces of lettuce and a headache, and it's like they had the time wrong, the number of people wrong. Like nothing about it was properly. It's like they didn't expect us, kind of thing. It was rough. Yeah. I don't want to talk bad on someone's efforts, but it was absolutely terrible. It was so bad. I would doubt you could even get everyone. If that was their first time last year, I doubt you could convince them to come back to do that again. Oh, they had the wrong date. There it is. Yeah. Clear. Like that's like step one. So the first year when we started getting more people, so like what happened was we had done it before. John, Jim, Chip, Pops, me. We did it in a smaller number. So the first year that everyone came, I talked to Rob. I told him about like where we went previously, and Rob called ahead and coordinated them and everything, and it worked out flawlessly because Rob's a red line guy. You give him a contract, it's going to work out. He's going to check the date, and not only that, Rob had finger foods, Rob had entree foods, and Rob had vegetarian option, like just kind of basic stuff like you would think about if you were organizing one of these things. Rob thought about. Then the next year we changed venues and even did it bigger, and it worked out the same way. And then Rob bailed for good reason. It's a lot of work, and we have other stuff going on with the C3 stuff, and it went to shit. And then the worst part was Saturday when we were just linking up with the group, like we were going out. Rob was tuckered and he needed to go put his feet up. So Rob wasn't even at Mellow Mushroom, which was a huge L for us.
That was one of the best nights ever.
Yeah. Dude, where'd the crack in the table come from?
Dude. Tyler really gave it to her about that, dude.
Yeah.
We've all already heard that bullshit.
We'll get David playing again. It'll be fine. Like, yeah, I didn't get a headache. Just bring some canned food in a fire barrel. Easy. Bring a can of Spam and a bottle of water just in case. I have an idea that could work with less effort if someone wants to do the coordination. We'll figure that out as it gets a little bit closer. In all seriousness, man, I don't know why. Like, it's this concept of why don't you leave well enough alone? Nothing will ever be perfect, but the venue that we went to in 2024, like that one, it was perfect. It was perfect. You know, this thing isn't like you're not, and you can order your own food if you want, whatever, but you're going for like the event of everyone being all in one place. And it was, dude, I ate the stuff they had and I was perfectly fine with it. And it was a lot of space and a little set. It was perfect. Not sure why we move away from that. You'd be hard pressed to find a big field in the middle of Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, that's literally the best way to do it. If we could just do it at the Westin, like we need to rent a room and we'll just call in and order pizzas, bring us 50 pizzas and sodas. We'll just hang out in the conference room And
we probably pay half as much as what we did last year.
and you know how like the art auction, how they have the little rolly bar that they roll into there so you can buy like basic little cocktails and beers kind of thing. Just see if they'll do that and sell. Like most people don't bring their cars to Charlotte with them. I'll tell you right now, Sledge, if you want to go do something while we're at Heroes Con and it involves me getting in my car and driving, that's a big no from me. I drive up there. I get out in front of the door, I hand my key to the valet, and we don't see the car again until we go home. It doesn't move. And that's the way we like it. Again, leave well enough alone. There's plenty of stuff in the surrounding area. But yeah, there's this place where there's this little fountain, a little commons area. I guess we can bring a barrel and put it in there. There's no grass, but we can burn those little electric scooters that litter the city. I still don't understand those things. Just scooters laying on the sidewalk and shit. Like people walk here. Why are there just scooters just laying everywhere?
Because that's where you're supposed to leave them. I
They
rode them
literally
many
litter
times.
the cities with scooters. It makes no sense to me.
I rode them many times because my hotel was like not super close.
You know what the craziest thing is? Why are they electric scooters? Why would you just put a bunch of razor scooters out there and promote good health care? Like in a country where everybody's battling obesity, you're putting electric scooters out there. Put razor scooters out there. Make them pump your feet.
I mean, I enjoyed riding them, to be honest with you.
They look fun. I rode one at the park when Lee's other kid came up because she slept in late and then rode the electric scooter through the neighborhood to the park. Thing went, it tops out at 30 miles an hour, but I'm over there riding it around with, I put Fenner Monkey in front of me. It'd get up to 23 with all of us on it. But that was fun going 23 miles an hour on a little walking path through little wooded areas and stuff.
I about hit a couple people. I'm not going to lie. I needed
who was it? I think it was Pocan Joe got on one of those things a few years back and one of these cons and left from hanging out drinking, hopped on one of those and took off and ended up getting hit by a car.
It was Pocan Joe. It was Pocan Joe at Planet Comic Con back in like 22, I want to say.
Maybe.
Yeah. And it was raining outside and we're all trying to find where everyone's at. And we're inebriated. And some high school kid hits him as he's crossing the street on a scooter. Turns out he broke his arm.
This is a good point right here. Voggs lives up the street. We just partied at his house.
Yeah.
Y'all got anything else y'all want to hit tonight?
Nope.
Paul, you got anything you want to hit on? We got the DC deep dive coming up. Find out the detailed events, twists and turns, and the horrors of Ark M, the origin story of the Absolute Arkham Asylum and beyond. Absolute Superman starts a new arc, and the Absolute Green Lantern cliffhanger gets continued this week, and we covered all three on the DC Comics Deep Dive that it premieres tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on Sector's channel. Steve, what do you have coming on one of your 37 channels?
I'm actually editing a video right now. I'm ranking all of the...
I'm sorry, I was saying no. I read the first sentence of his comment and said nope and had to unhighlight it. Nope. Okay.
I'm ranking the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers from least to best, from worst to first.
Out of the 6?
The 6 original.
Yeah, the 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let me go out on a limb here. Why do you hate Trini?
Why do you say that? What do you think I hate her?
Because you have Trini at number 6.
How do you know that?
Because I'm not stupid. Because Trini's number 6, bro.
Trini's number 6 to everyone. Let's be honest.
Am I right?
They don't really dive into her character enough, in my opinion. They do a better job in the comics, for sure, by Ryan Parrott.
Oh my god!
And
because the comics held her in reverence because she died in real life, so they held her in high regard in the comics. Did a lot of good stuff.
They did a great job with that Netflix special. But
that was great with her kid.
But I mean, everyone else had something about them, like Kimberly was a love interest and a gymnast, and Billy was.
Can I kind of try to rank them down? Number 1 is Tommy.
Yeah, obviously.
Number 2 is Kimberly. Period.
No, she's not my number 2.
She's not your number 2. Tommy's number 1. Kimberly's number 2 for me. Jason's number 3. I would give because those 3 just have the most going on with them. I would give Billy number 4 because again, Billy's the brains and a lot going on for him. I give Zach number 5 because he's underutilized, and then I give Trini number 6 because she's underutilized, even less than Zach.
We only
And
have
I'm gonna
number
guess you just switched 2 and 3 on your list.
no. There's more. There's other changes as well. Only 1 and 6 are the same.
Wow, but that would be mine. Yeah,
I mean, it's not a bad list. It's not a bad list.
and I think they're very debatable. Like I think Kimberly's the most complex character after Tommy, because Tommy is like not. It's not even close. Tommy's the most complex character.
Yeah, I mean, when you're a villain and a hero, and then I loved how much they touched in it on Kyle Higgins' run about like how much that like affected him mentally. Like they acted like what didn't affect him at all in the TV show, like barely at all. Like they were just like, yeah, whatever. But it absolutely wrecked him. Yeah.
Is your list based just on the TV show seasons or the totality of Power Rangers?
No, just the TV show.
Okay. So in that case, is Billy number 2 on yours?
Don't you're gonna get him to try to
We got
he hasn't even done the
15
video
people
yet.
watching it. They ain't gonna ruin his video.
You want me to say it?
I just told y'all what I was doing on my video tomorrow earlier, saying about the
All right.
ain't gonna ruin my video's performance.
Number 6 is the Yellow Ranger. Number 5 is the Blue Ranger.
Oh wow, that's a hot take.
Number 4 is the Black Ranger. I just thought he was cooler than Billy. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
As a kid, who do you think is cooler, Zach or Billy? You know what I mean? Pink Ranger's number 3 because she's
he had the breakdance karate form at
K-pop keto.
K-pop keto that was never been done before or since really.
No, and I used
Krav Maga, but
a little clip in my little video here. Then Kimberly Pink Ranger, and then the Red Ranger, and then the Green Ranger.
So yeah, we just flipped 2 and 3 right there. Yeah,
we flipped 2 and 3, and we flipped 4 and 5.
Yeah, they did a lot to add complexity to Jason with like the whole family thing, but Kimberly had like Jason's family was dying, Kimberly's family was broken.
Yeah.
But I can't get over the fact of, you remember that Power Ranger R-rated fan-made movie thing with James Van Der Beek?
Yes.
You remember what happens to Jason in that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they also had like Kimberly being
coming
like
in.
Little love triangle with Jason and Tommy too, by the way.
Yeah, that's called an Eiffel Tower. We won't get into the details. Joe says, rather than do a whole hotel thing, no, Joe, just to go back to this, the Westin, it's part of the experience. Steve didn't even say the Westin, but he even knows what I'm talking about after the fact. That's why he's wanting.
I want to be there this year.
Westin is part of the Heroes Con experience. The breakfast, the art auction, that's where everyone is. That's where the artists, the creators come and go. It's just part of the vibe. Just do a rent-a-home or B&B and everyone. No. There's I'm
not doing that. I like people, but I ain't doing that.
I think Halea, Jig's Kingdom, a couple of those guys do that, but that's because they don't know the vibe of the Westin. Try to encourage everybody, but yeah,
I want my own room.
Don't forget, this week we have I guess that key is back as well.
Oh, the Blue Wrench episode.
The Blue Wrench episode.
Hey, when am I ever going to get to watch? Someone told me they were going to send me a link to watch Kingdom Come doc, but I've not gotten it.
Oh, I got to go back on there and find that.
So what books you're giving away this week, Paul? Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off there.
We got where are they? They're somewhere here. I don't know where they are anymore. We're giving away Batman Static Beyond #1 foil, the Dusting Wind. We're giving away Action Comics 252 foil, the reprint. We're giving away a foil of DCKO #1, a foil of Batman #1, both of those from the blind bags, and a couple of other ones as well that I can't think of right now.
Heck yeah.
It's all in my video.
It's all in my video.
I have seen it. It's just been a minute. Like it was last week. So
I'm trying to go through my emails real quick and see if I can find that old email. I just checked to see if it was where I sent it to Paul. I don't know if he saved the link when I sent it to him.
I don't know. Batman #44, I think it is. Whatever. It's the first appearance of Two-Face is another of the foil, the reprints that we're doing. Oh, and Joker Harley Quinn, the Alex Ross cover, the Paul Dini foil as well. Those are the 6.
Oh my God. Groove, Spring, Links, Regal, Kickstarter, Dynamite. Dude, I don't think it's in my emails anymore. I don't see it in the sent. I don't know if those things automatically delete over time. I might not have that link anymore, Steve.
It's all good.
I'm sorry. I'll go through it.
I'll watch
in
it
more
at some
detail on
point.
my
I just don't
phone.
want to pay $30 for that
Oh, it's worth it.
to watch. $30 for a documentary?
$30.
It's going to be on Max at some point.
Have you not? No, I don't think it. Well, I don't know if they can sell it to somewhere to stream.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will, but I don't.
Hey, Alex Ross paid for it himself, so
Maybe then. Maybe not.
I don't know about that. I feel like we paid for it, Paul.
well, yeah, but I mean, he did all the production costs ahead of time, and
Yeah.
then he recouped it with the
With the multiple millions of dollars that it made.
Yeah.
That was crazy, dude. You know what you can do, Steve? You can message Gary B
Okay.
and say, "Hey, Gary, I know you won the Legion loot. After you watch that Kingdom Come documentary, do you plan on keeping it? Because I would like to watch it, and I'll be happy to pay the shipping if you don't want to keep it."
Yeah, I don't like doing that. I don't like messaging people about stuff like that.
I'll message him and ask him. Third loader said 30 is high. Yeah, I'm comfortable enough with Gary to say, "Hey, what do you?" He's never even read.
You're more like that than me, which is
He might not even want to watch. He might not even have any interest in watching. He's never.
I
Even
mean,
read
most
it.
of that stuff, like I heard that he didn't even want. And I was like, man, I really wanted that box. I really
Yeah.
wanted that box.
That was a beast mode box.
Yeah, I wanted it bad.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he reads it and he becomes a fan and he cherishes everything that's in there and he doesn't come off of it and he tells you to fly a kite and pay $30 to watch it. I'm just kidding. That'd be awful. I think that was the last extra copy I had. I'm down just to my one copy, unfortunately. Brother John got one off me, and tell you what, I'll see what I can do, Steve. I know a guy.
Okay.
I know a guy
All
that
right.
might be next to an entire pallet of them. We'll see.
Appreciate it.
I'll see what I can do. That's going to do it for tonight. Everybody, make sure you hit the thumbs up before you head out of here. It helps out a lot. If you haven't, hit the join button, become a channel member. Make sure you join in that Legion tier, get on that giveaway wheel, get access to early content. It's a new year. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do about doing some members only streams and all that as well. Hopefully we get a good show coming out soon to get amped and kind of tailgate for, but it's going to do it for tonight. Until next time, as always, we are Legion.
It's Morphin' time.
You are who you choose to be.